Hello, hello. Don't mind me, I was just slowly dying for a second. Great. So I'm not sure if I should be the one playing this right now, seeing as, you know, the title of this next part in the story is No Boys Allowed. Prevents a fair bit of streaming if that's the case. But why not? It's not like it can tell that I'm male, I hope. Yeah. I really need to get a new chair. After Nanako-san and I finished our lesson and Inoue-san drove us back to my place, we relaxed a bit before I decided to call Dojima-san. Nanako-san was even... Well, yeah, I do Wadgu. Nanako-san was even great at cooking and helped me prep for dinner. Even though I'm calling Dojima-san, I couldn't help but praise Nanako-san.
Yep, we made it home safe. Nanako-san is just fine.
It's because she's actually good at what she does.
Sorry about all this. Do me a favor and tell her to behave.
I imagine she's always behaving. Mostly.
Oh no, she's no trouble at all. In fact, she even helped me cook, which blew my mind.
Yeah, she used to be at home a lot on her own because detective work.
Oh, well, I don't do much around the house. She should know how to do most things on her own. I'll also need you to look after her when it comes time for the TV thing tomorrow.
Yep.
She might be a little trouble since she's not used to that kind of thing, but back her up if you can.
Obviously.
Sure thing. I'll definitely back her up. While I'm thinking of it, thank you for looking into my problem.
I'll see you again tomorrow. Good night, and sleep well.
You sleep well.
Got it. Good night.
Why is Dojima such a boss? I love him.
What did Dad say?
He said to take care of you and let you do most things, well, you can do most things.
He asked me to look after you. He seems totally okay now with you being on TV.
That didn't sound at all like what he said.
Yay!
Yeah.
Your room is so pretty, Kanamin. I wish I lived in a place like this too.
You live in a pretty nice house.
It's
In the
nothing
country,
really.
granted, but you live in a nice house.
I have everything I need. But I'm not that good at decorating it to make it look cute.
It looks fine.
I mean, no one visits after all.
It's because no one knows who you are. I'm being honest, the only ones that have come to this room are my manager, Inoue-san, and Miss Ochimizu just a few times. Tamamine, Tomamine, Sumamine, and Nozomin. I hate the fact that they all have to have mean at the end because it makes saying their names in succession such a challenge. Are all members of the same group, but we've never been to each other's places.
I think your room is cute. You even have that veggie strainer in the kitchen. Oh, wow! You noticed that, Nanako-san?
I'd like to imagine that she actually didn't realise it was a veggie strainer.
I use that thing all the time.
Oh, that's good to know.
Not only can you use it for washing vegetables, it's great for conserving water.
Why are you selling this to her like it's some sort of infomercial?
It's great!
Oh god.
But for that to be the thing you noticed, you'll make a wonderful bride for someone one day, Nanako-san.
Little early to be even considering that. She might change by the time she's like 16, maybe.
Is there anyone you like? Anyone you'd want to marry?
Oh no.
my big bro.
Uh,
Wow, how bold. Oh. Are you talking about Yusan? The guy who's gonna be on stage with Rise-san at LMB?
yeah, that guy. That guy who I consider, who's my cousin, but I consider him like the big brother to me. I want to marry him, because that would not be weird.
That's big bro.
Uh,
Dad said that me, big bro, and him are a family.
that's because you are. Literally. Because your dad is his mother's younger brother.
Oh, I'm so jealous of you. That's wonderful that you're all together. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Eh.
It is. Do you have someone that you have fun being around, Kanamin?
The teddy bear in the corner.
Well, not really, actually.
Yep.
I do chat with the other girls in the group, but I don't see them much outside of work.
Huh.
I've never had any close friends since I was a little girl.
Oh, that's your problem.
Really?
That means I can be your friend.
But there was someone I looked up to.
Oh, I know this.
She was the one who got my spirits up, and it's thanks to her that I pushed to become an idol.
And then she killed herself.
I think.
Um,
Huh? I totally forgot. How did it go again? Oh.
you forgot your own reason for being an idol.
Oh, by the way, I like the song Inoue-san was playing in the car. You mean our new song? I'm gonna be singing that at the Love Meets Bonds Festival.
Yay!
Really? I learned some of that. I like the part that goes, always by your side, whether rain or shine.
It's a good song.
Huh? Was that in the lyrics? Uh-oh. Am I forgetting things again?
Possibly?
Wasn't it never telling you how I really feel? It is? I'm sorry. Did I get it wrong?
Why is she remembering it differently to what Nanako is remembering?
Give me one sec. Alright, where's those lyrics?
I dig through my trusty bag in search of the lyrics that Nanako-san mentioned. This bag that I brought online is type widely loved by housewives, where the base can spread out. Oh, yikes. With reflexes that surprise me, I catch my precious diary as it falls out of the bag. Woo, go me! I slip the diary back into the bag first. Beaming, then I notice the memo with the lyrics right next to it. I pull it out.
Here we go. Let's see. Whoa, you're right, Nanoka-san. That line I remembered isn't in this song at all.
And that's your fault, isn't it?
Oh man, I'm way off my game. I sure hope no one brings tomatoes to LMB.
Oh, headache again?
Are you okay? Oh, my head hurts. Oh, maybe I'm tired.
Yeah, that's generally how most people react when they just have like a shooting pain through their skull.
But it's okay.
Maybe I'm
Tomorrow's
tired.
always a new day, so I've got to fire myself up. Yeah. Yeah.
Nanako is so fucking adorable. Oh, Nanako-san's yawning. That reminds me, I completely forgot about the time we came back together, had fun making dinner, then called Dojima-san. What time is it now?
Yikes! Look at the time. This isn't good at all. We just have to get to bed.
Bedtime.
Bedtime, Nanaka-san. We're going to be on TV. If we show up with bags under our eyes, the makeup team won't be very happy about that.
Yeah, that's the problem there. She's gone already.
Oh no, you can't sleep here. Here, we just have to take a bath and then go to bed. Come on, Nanaka-san. Up we go. Thanks, big sis.
Oh god.
Whoa, big sis? Oh my gosh.
No. No, no, no. The next day, Inoue-san came to pick me and Nanako-san up. We drove to the PR studio at the agency. Nanako-san seemed a little nervous, but she did her best to listen with me at the stage program explained by Inoue-san. However, the rest of the group was still missing from the studio.
That's the current schedule. Miss Ochimizu is absent again today, but good luck to you both.
Cheers.
Inoue-san, does that mean what I think it means?
It
Well,
means
maybe.
Nanako
Then
and
again,
you
this
are
isn't the
doing
first time
things.
She hasn't answered her phone for 2 days straight.
Oh.
I've already spoken to the agency about the rest of the group, so there's no need to worry about them either.
But you guys technically don't know where they are right
But
now.
it's been 2 days.
2 days.
I know, but the agency can't make any more waves with the event organizers.
It's been 2 days since they got kidnapped and everyone jumped into the ceiling.
We're checking out a number of possibilities as we speak, so I'm sure they'll turn up soon.
You hope they'll turn up soon.
For right now, you just need to concentrate on your work. Okay, Konami-chan?
I could only promise to
I
try.
don't see how I can, but yes, sir.
By the way, Konami-chan, there'll be an interview portion in today's shoot.
Oh, good.
I've spoken to the reporter already, so if they ask you about the rest of the group, make sure you say they're feeling ill.
Feeling ill by not being here,
That's not true.
invisible and taken into a different world. The only way I could really protest at the moment, I feel like I feel like a kid having a tantrum. Inoue-san gives a small troubled sigh before beginning to walk away to get me prepped for the filming. That reminds me, there was something I wanted to ask him. I tried to stop him.
Inoue-san, I wanted to ask something about the new song's lyrics.
Good morning.
Oh, never mind.
Morning, everyone.
How you
doing?
Hey, good
morning.
morning.
How's it going today?
Good to see you.
Good morning. Thank you for coming today.
Yo.
You can ask me later, okay? For now, focus on your work.
No. What if I don't want to focus on my work? What if I need to talk to you right now? Asshole. That's showbiz, I guess. Oh dear. My question was drowned out by the staff coming into the studio as if they were waiting for that exact moment. Inoue-san greets the staff as he walks away, and I'm left sulking over the question I was about to ask him.
That part in the lyrics. I wonder if it's just me misremembering.
I mean, it could be.
Well, let's get on with it. We'll be shooting some coverage from the practice right before the music festival.
Yay.
Let's start by getting some comments from the performers. All right, roll cameras.
Don't want to roll cameras.
The long-awaited Love Meets Bonds Festival is coming up this weekend. Today, we're visiting some of the performers on set. We're excited to join Konami Mashita and Nanako Dojima. Hello, ladies.
Sup?
Oh, hello. I'm Konami Mashita, your prize cow. I sleep off every meal. I'm Nanako Dojima.
That's adorable.
You are so cute, Nanako-chan. But don't let her looks fool you. This girl has some surprising hidden talent.
Is it time to dance again?
We've been told that she's acting as Kanamine's dance practice partner. Nanako-chan, what's it like dancing with Kanamine? Is it fun?
No.
Yes, it's fun.
How cool for you! But I don't think I see the other members. Where are they today, Kanamine?
Oh, well,
They've fallen ill.
they've fallen ill, so they're taking a break. Sorry about that, everyone.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yep, totally what happened. They didn't get taken into a different dimension or anything. They're just ill.
What a shame! I can only hope that they get well soon. Oh, do I need to wrap up? I'm sorry. It looks like we're out of time.
Yep.
Now, we heard that we might get a special sneak peek at the dance they've been working on.
Yay! Dancing time.
Oh, we don't have time for that either.
Oh, good.
but it seems we can at least fit one person's practice in.
Is it Nanako's?
Okay, this seems like a great opportunity for Nanako-chan to show off her talent. What do you say?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Huh? Is that okay? Of course! Don't worry about it. Just show your fans across the country how amazing you are. I didn't know I had any fans, but if Kanamin believes in me, then I'll try.
Oh, how cute! Okay, Nanako Dojima, show us your dancing.
I will show you my dancing.
Cue the music.
Which song is this? I don't even remember. Midnight stage time.
Will I be able to do this like Rise-chan?
Oh, Shadow World, sweet.
If you're ever in trouble, I'll come help in an instant. Go, fight, win! Look! Here!
Oof.
Wasn't that great? Here! Look!
Ah.
Wasn't that great? Here! Ta-da! Alrighty, let's nail this, Nanako-san! No, I'm gonna die of cute! That was amazing, Kanamin! You even sparkle when you're not on TV! Dancing with you is so fun, Kanamin! Let's do it again! Here! Look! Look! Wasn't that great? Here! Ta-da!
I've got this. Kind of, maybe.
Look! Look! Here!
Oh crap, I wasn't paying attention, missed that note.
Look! Look! Here! Ta-da! Alright! Let's nail this, Nanako-san! Look! Look! Woohoo! Wow, this is amazing! Oh, no! I'm gonna die of cute!
Oh, that's difficult.
I got to dance with Kanamin! Dancing with you is so fun, Kanamin! Let's do it again! Here!
Oof. That required a lot of focus.
I love it when everything goes okay!
Yeah, 3 misses, that's not bad.
Little girl's so good! You know, those folks are pretty scary.
Ignore those 3 dips at all. Just, they never happened. Shh. After watching Nanako-san's dance, the reporter is surprised while the rest of the staff smiles in satisfaction. Alright, now that's our Nanako-san. She is having fun from the start to finish pose, and it was so great I wanted to break it out into dance too.
Nanako-chan's dancing.
Thank you.
So much to look forward to at LMB. We're even told that Kanamine will be debuting a new song there.
Yep.
The theme of her new song, Calistegia, is said to be about bonds.
Oh god.
We can only assume that the bond between Kanamine and the audience will grow even stronger through it.
Fair enough. Exclamation mark. Calistegia, that's right, those lyrics. My doubts about the song came flooding back as the reporter's words, and I unconsciously focus on it, forgetting where I am.
Calistegia. Those lyrics.
Well, it seems we're out of time, so we'd better start wrapping this up.
Was I just misremembering? Always on the run from showing how I felt. Where did I hear that part?
To finish off, let's hear from Kanamine how excited she is for Love Meets Bonds.
Uh-oh.
Kanamine? Hello?
Huh? Right! I'm super excited! I'll do my best!
I did it again. Mr. Chimizu always scolds me when I space out. Even Inoue-san warns me about it. The reporter hesitates at my empty response, and then awkward silence sets in.
And there we have it, everyone. Come out to the Love Meets Bonds Festival to see Kanamine perform live.
Yay.
That's a wrap. Well done, Konami-chan. Let's get going, guys.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks
Oh,
for
man,
all the
thanks
hard
for all
work.
the hard
I think
work,
it went
guys,
real
really.
well today.
I
Really.
think it went well today, too.
Thanks
you
for
were
all the hard
terrific.
work. You were the best.
Good job.
One of those voices just absolutely adorable. As the staff begin leaving, I left dejected with my shoulders drooped, and Nanako-san is looking at me worriedly. That's when Inoue-san approaches us. He has a smile on his face as if my mistake wasn't that big of a deal. I don't think he's doing it on purpose, but...
You both did well, especially with that dance.
Yep.
It really helped us that you kept your head during the interview, Konami-chan. I'm sorry you had to dodge the question about the other girls.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
I mean, it is what it is. But I won't be happy if you don't seriously look for them.
That's a good point.
I know. It's not like I'm not worried about them myself. Why don't we take a break until your lesson this afternoon?
Seems fair.
There's catered lunch in your dressing room, so eat something if you can.
Alright then.
Are you okay, big sis? Huh? Oh, I'm fine. I'm sorry for spacing out so much. Wait, I always do that. All right, I'm gonna shape up once I eat lunch. Nanako-san, we just have to charge off to the dressing room. Uh-huh. We just have to charge off.
Sure. Do 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 do. With Nanako-san, I opened the door to the dressing room, and we're both stunned. What is this? Usually there's a single box lunch, but before us there are tons of entrees and a mountain of drinks and snacks as well. There are even expensive-looking boxes of sweets. It looks like they're gifts for us.
Wow, so much food.
Eat everything.
Whoa, this is even fancier than usual. Am I being bribed here?
It's nothing like that. It's because Nanako-chan's here today, too.
Oh. That makes sense, I guess.
You can eat whatever you like.
Including the furniture.
Can I add this one? It's like an inside-out Inari sushi.
Huh.
You know what it is even without seeing the inside of it? You must be quite the foodie, Nanako-chan.
Uh-huh. I saw it on TV.
That's where she sees everything.
Ah, that makes sense. Well, of course you can have it. You're free to have all of these if you'd like.
Fair enough.
I'm okay with just this one. Thank you.
You sure? Here you go.
Nanako-san accepts her lunchbox and thanks Inoue-san with a smile before turning to the table. That's so admirable that she's only taken one. If I didn't have to worry about my weight, I would have gone for all of these. Oh, now's not the time to get all impressed. This is my chance to ask Inoue-san what I couldn't earlier.
Inoue-san, there's something I want to ask about the lyrics to the new song.
Oh, right. You mentioned that before the interview today. Sure. What is it?
I think I had part of the lyrics wrong. There's a line that goes, always by your side, whether rain or shine, right?
Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Why? Did I give you the wrong lyrics?
Oh, no, that's not it. It's just, I remember that part of the song differently. It went, never telling you how I really feel.
Oh, those are the original lyrics.
Ah.
They've been changed since.
Huh.
The original?
A lot happened after all. Huh? I'm surprised you knew those lyrics, though. Ms. Ochimizu was the only one who'd know the old lyrics to that song.
Yeah, that's a bit strange.
Ms. Ochimizu?
Where is Oh yeah, she's in other dimension.
Mm-hmm. An idol named Yuko Osada with Takara Productions wrote that song before she passed away. It was shelved for quite some time, but Ms. Ochimizu brought it back to use as Kanamin Kitchen's new song.
Huh.
Did she not tell you any of this, Konami-chan?
She might have done. Or she might have avoided that. An idol that passed away. The moment I hear those words, I feel a sudden kind of weight in my chest. But no matter how many times I try to remember, I can't think of anyone who's told me about those details.
I didn't know anything about that. Though Yuko Osada, I've heard that name before.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. She was a top idol at our agency at the time, but it seems she was quite upset over something.
Right.
I don't know the reasons why the lyrics got changed, but there are rumors that Ms. Ochimizu may have been the one to change it.
That sounds about right.
That's odd.
Hello and welcome.
I mean, Yuko-san's legendary piece was Ms. Ochimizu's selling point for the new song. I remember her saying she explained that to everyone in Kanamin Kitchen.
She might have explained it to everyone in Kanamin Kitchen, but it could just be that my character's a ditz. Yuko Osada, a legendary piece, and Miss Ochimizu's selling point. Everything I just learned races through my mind. But why? I don't remember anyone telling me about this. Did Miss Ochimizu lie about it, or...?
I was the only one she didn't tell. Why?
That's also a possibility, yeah.
Inoue speaking. Oh, Coach. It's been a pleasure working with you. Yes, the agency told me earlier.
What?
Oh, of course. I'll come right away.
What's going on?
Yes, I'll be there soon. I'm sorry, you'll have to excuse me.
I don't know what's going on, but okay, sure.
Did something happen?
Things have been a bit of a mess with your dance coach.
Why? What's he done?
Ms. Ochimizu didn't submit the invoice for the added dance lessons to accounting.
Well, of course not. I mean, Ms. Ochimizu was...
Missing.
It's okay, don't worry about it. I'll go talk to him myself.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Anyway, I'm going to cancel your afternoon lesson.
Hello and welcome. Playing some Persona 4 dancing.
You don't have any urgent work,
all night.
so
story mode, yeah.
Off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I can't drive
I'm
you
good at
home.
words. Occasionally.
Oh, okay.
Noe-san excuses himself before heading out of the dressing room. The situation doesn't look like it's getting better anytime soon. I sigh, then try to sort through new information.
What does this mean? I just don't get it. Our new song. The lyrics to Calistigia were changed. Were the words I knew the ones that Yuko-san wrote?
That's actually a possibility.
She wrote our new song, An Idol Who Passed Away. A dead idol.
That's right, I had no idea when Dojima-san asked me about it, but could the dead idol be referring to Yuko Asada? Now, some evidence has unexpectedly come together. I feel a chill down my spine at how eerie this all is. It's just like Dojima-san said, the facts of the case that keep getting uncovered are coming together like pieces of a puzzle.
Vixis, does your head hurt? Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm sorry. Did I worry you? Do you want me to go get someone? Should we go see a doctor?
This kid seems to have more common sense than most.
Don't worry. I'm just a bit tired. Let's eat our lunches, Nanako-san. Also, I'm going to try giving your dad a call. You're going to call Dad? Okay. Yes, but first, let's dig into this food.
Yay, food.
I really need to contact Ojima-san. Could the dead idol in the rumor really be her?
Potentially. It makes sense, given all the evidence that we've come across through story mode. Besides what you've been finding out. Seeing that Nanako-san's been considerably waiting for me, I signalled her to start eating without me as I put my phone to my ear. The time it takes to go through my call history to find Dojima-san's number is just long enough for me to stew in my mind.
This is Dojima. What's the matter?
Dojima-san, I figured it out about that dead idol. A few years ago, someone with Takara Productions passed away. And Kanamin Kitchen is going to be singing her song at the LMB Fest in a couple days.
Right, okay.
Mizo Chimizu never told me, so I didn't know until just now.
Yeah, that is a bit of a shit.
Calm down, Mashita. You're certain about what you're telling me?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Alright, let's meet up in an hour. I have some information too.
Oh, interesting.
You do?
It'd be better to meet somewhere unconnected to your work. Any suggestions?
Somewhat unconnected to my work, ignoring the sudden doubt in Dojima-san's bizarre terms, tilt my head and consider it. Let's see, we can't talk about this stuff by other people, and it's gotta be unconnected to work.
How
Oh!
about my place? If you're okay with somewhere boring like that.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's boring or not.
I love Dojima.
That sounds fine. It's the address where Nanako stayed yesterday, right?
Yeah, that's the
I'll
one.
be there in an hour.
Got it. It's not too far from here, so we should be arriving about the same time.
Awesome.
Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
Bye, Dojima-san. Love you. As soon as he says those words, Dojima-san hangs up without any hesitation. What? Hey, I mean, he excused himself, but wasn't that a little too abrupt?
Jeez, that guy hangs up too fast.
Dad's always like that. He only says things that he needs to.
This is very true.
Fair enough. I'm sure your dad didn't mean anything by it, but it's still a little blunt.
That's because he's a detective.
Somewhere unconnected to my work, though. I wonder why he insisted on that.
Drama. Suspense. Other reasons. This is kind of crowded. It was fine meeting up with Dojima-san at my place along with Nanako-san, but this place wasn't really intended for my gatherings of this many people. It isn't impossible to fit 3 people in here, but I wouldn't exactly say that there was enough room for all of us. And of course I had practically nothing in the fridge to be a good hostess with, so...
I'm sorry I only had black vinegar. It probably would have been better to serve some tea. Especially since you took the time to buy cake.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
I'm sorry, Nanako, but I need you to wait over there for a bit. We have some important things to talk about.
Okay.
It's pretty accepting.
So, what's this information you mentioned?
don't be so hasty. Start off with what you were telling me. You figured out who this dead idol is, right?
Correct.
Well, I don't have any proof or anything, but I'm pretty sure.
Yuko Osada.
There used to be an idol at Takara Productions by the name of Yuko Osada.
That one.
The song we're going to be singing at the festival is the last song she left behind.
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but that song's lyrics were changed. And it might have been Mizochimizu who rewrote them.
Then you're gonna have to kick Mr. Chimizu's ass. That's all the information and speculation I've gained. At the time, I thought it was pretty solid stuff, but now that I've sorted through them, it seems kind of shaky. Suddenly feel guilty for calling up Dojima-san, an actual police detective, over such small detail. My gaze falls a little.
Love Meets Bondfest, a dead idol, and that group of yours. This shows they're all connected.
Right.
Yes.
I found out a few things as well.
Oh, cool.
I can corroborate that the dead idol in the rumor is Yuko Osada, just like you thought.
Yay.
My contact I mentioned before looked into the rumor and told me as much.
Okay.
I trust my source on this one.
That's fair.
Oh, okay then. I guess I wasn't much help.
Not necessarily. You gave me a second source on what my contact told me. I don't see any reason to doubt it now.
Right.
There's more to it, too. Remember the man who assaulted you in the dressing room when we first met?
Yeah.
That whole needing your blood to lift the curse thing was bogus. No version of the rumor says anything about that.
So...
It must have been an exaggeration that man came up with on his own after he saw the video and started to panic.
Okay.
So you don't need to worry about masses of people out for your blood.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Oh, right. That's a relief.
As the rumour spreads, any truth in them fades away, and they pick up enough random details to become something else entirely. Dojima-san explains it to me with a sigh, and then he tells me that the rumour of that video that appears at the midnight has been called the Midnight Stage as well. It's the Midnight Stage because it comes on at midnight? That seems pretty simple to me, but according to Dojima-san, that's how these rumours get spread easily. He looks so bitter when he talks about it, like it's stuff he's dealt with, like it's stuff he's dealt with before, and I decide not to ask further about it. When he sees that I'm not going to press him on it, Dojima-san gets back to the subject and keeps telling me about what he found.
The other information I have is about Yuko Osada. I looked into this myself.
Okay.
Right before her death, witnesses saw her arguing with someone. This person had managed Osada since her debut, and was her manager even at the time of the argument.
So that would have been Mr. Chimizu.
They've been working hard together, and this person was passionate about Osada's career.
So it was Mr.
That's why
Chimizu.
the witness testified that it was rare to see them quarrel like that.
Right.
Then, are you saying that Yuko-san was...
No, they were thoroughly questioned and found innocent in the matter of Osada's death. So they didn't kill Osada, if that's what you were asking.
Huh.
But there's more to the story. After that, this person quit Takara Productions. It's hard to tell, but the agency might have made them the scapegoat.
Chimizu made them... Huh.
But even so, they stayed in the industry, working as a freelancer, which they still do to this day.
Mr. Chimizu.
It's someone you know quite well.
Who is it? Wait, is it?
There we go. No, it's not in no way. It's
No, not Mizochimizu.
Mr. Chimizu.
Right. Yuko Osada's manager at the time was Kyoka Ochimizu.
That was a pretty cool name, though.
Wait, what? What does that mean? Why is everything so connected?
Because bonds and shit.
Calm down, Mashita. I know that's a hard thing to ask in these circumstances. I felt goosebumps from the moment you mentioned Ochimizu's name, too.
Right.
Osada's suicide, a cursed video, your missing group mates, the festival coming up. At first glance, they all seem unrelated. But Kyoka Ochimizu is the common thread linking them all.
Yeah, that's weird.
No.
So is that why she can walk through the midnight stage without anyone getting in her grill?
There's no bones about it. I'll need to look into this Ochimizu. I just came out here to check up on those kids. And here I am, caught up in the middle of the showbiz world.
Yeah, that happens.
I much prefer watching it on TV from home.
That's fair. I was totally confused at what Dojima-san told me. If there happened to be some device that could look into my brain right now, I bet there'd be a huge field day happening amongst the information that I can't come to fully understand. I don't know what's going on, but Miss Ochimizu is connected with everything we've discovered so far. And then, could she be involved with the other members of Kanamine Kitchen and Yusan and his group have gone missing?
Are you done talking?
No, we're not. Shut up.
Yeah, I've said my piece.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I didn't mean to go on for so long. We'll be going now.
Oh, it's all right. I'm sorry about everything.
Anyway, don't let this bother you too much. I'll contact you again if I find out more.
Please.
Let's play together again later, big sis. Farewell.
Oh no. She just bear punned.
Oh, for sure. See you. Farewell.
Don't you start saying it.
Farewell?
Oh god. There we go. Now we're back. Now we're all caught back up. Festival continues. Ah, that piano. Ellipsis. Ellipsis. Ellipsis.
Ah, welcome to the Velvet Room. Or as I should say, welcome back.
Sup, Margaret?
How did it feel to see a glimpse into their festival?
Yeah.
That is not the end of the story, mind you.
Oh, so there's more. Good.
Though they rescued the 4 kidnapped girls, there were still others that they needed to express their feelings to.
Okay. The woman chuckles as if found remembrance and glances to you with an almost mischievous glint in her eye.
A strange story, no?
Little bit, but it's fine.
Even if they paid a heavy price for conveying their own feelings, it would gain them nothing. Or so it might seem to an outside observer.
Right.
But for them, such thoughts never entered their minds. Now, why might that be? As I mentioned, nothing without meaning happens in this room.
That's a good point.
There may be some purpose underlying my decision to tell you about him.
Huh.
Well then, let's continue watching.
Alright. When a woman raises a hand, light pours out and gradually envelops your surroundings.
Let us witness the result of their decision to convey their feelings.
Alright. So I guess this would be the... coming towards the end of this now. I hope. Nozomi and Ochimizu are in some sort of dressing room. Ochimizu is sitting in front of the mirrors and seems to be gazing at the notes on it.
Never telling you how I really feel.
Huh.
I'm going out for a moment. You stay here and finish working on your dance for the festival.
Out? Where to?
I have some business to attend to. Looks like there's someone I need to talk to after all.
Business? But...
Miss Chimizu quiets Nozomi with her usual glare. Nozomi can't help but fall silent.
I didn't know you had the temerity to speak against me, Nozomi.
Oh shit.
If you can speak that way to me, there's no way you're frightened of other people.
Okay. Wait, is that how that works? Huh? Ms. Ochimizu. What do I do?
Stay.
Oh, an earthquake!
Oh yeah, that happened.
Oh, what's going on? Rise-san? Anyone?
Now that we've reached our rendezvous point, we wait for the arrival of Rise's team of second years. They should be here soon. Shortly, Chie notices something down the path and waves us in that direction as she speaks up.
Hey, Rise-chan and the others are here!
Yay!
Yoo-hoo, Sensei! Chie-chan! Yuka-chan!
Yo! Man, you guys are fast. We're really trying to hustle, too.
Huh.
Huh. We can't let you win that easy. Though you did pretty good saving 2 of them yourselves.
Get wrecked. Kanji and Yosuke fist bump, and the others smile and exchange looks as if making sure that everyone's safe. A sense of immense relief fills the air, and I feel a smile rising to my face as well. But, by the way, Teddy, what's with that outfit? No, now's not the time to get distracted by that.
Okay, so is everyone alright? That was a pretty serious quake a second ago.
It took us by surprise, but we're fine. Any idea what that was about?
This stage?
We don't really get it either. This place was already like this when we got here. The ground was still shaking. It just stopped a second ago, like it's saying, everything's ready now.
Chie's right, we got here right before the earthquake stopped. This bizarre scenery surrounding us now was still only shifting into place when we first arrived here. It was creaking and twisting for some time before it all settled into place.
Does that mean the quake happened because the scenery was being reshaped?
Sure.
That's right. You see, this is a new stage I've prepared.
That voice again!
Yeah, that one.
Ha! Too bad for you. We rescued all 4 of the girls you kidnapped.
That's right! What are you hoping to do with this new stage of yours?
Don't taunt the voice of whatever the fuck.
It has nothing to do with you. I regret to tell you that none of you, even before you're rescued, are needed in this world anymore.
Well, we're still here, so jog on.
What do you mean?
Just as I said. I feel sorry for them, but you've poisoned those girls against us, and they've cast away their bombs.
They've cast away nothing.
So I don't need them anymore. I'm only interested in those girls as everyone else knows them.
Huh.
I want an eternal bond without pain or suffering.
When will it get through your thick skull? There ain't no such thing.
Oh, Kanji, you always get angry. So whose stage is this?
You said this was a new stage that you prepared. Who are you planning on dragging in here this time?
I haven't done anything.
So they're already here.
There was someone who wished to connect with me, so I'm only granting them their wish.
Don't be ridiculous! No one would want that!
You don't believe me? Then why not ask for yourself?
Uh-huh.
Here.
We turn at the mysterious voice taunt. She is right, there can't be anyone like that. But as a familiar woman walks towards us, we realise that we were wrong.
Miss Ochimizu, what the?
You want to connect with me. You want a bond, isn't that right, Hyuga Uchimizu?
Yes, that's right.
What the heck is this?
I have no reason to answer that. The girls are safe. Take them and go back to the real world at once. There's still time until the festival. Practice like death is awaiting you. No mistakes will be tolerated.
Huh.
What? This isn't the time for that stuff. What do you think?
Shadows! Yay! As Yosuke and the rest of us move to chase Mr. Jimizu, a black haze billows before us and forms strange, misty figures. These are...
Shadows! Yosuke-kun, get back!
How unsightly. Get a grip on yourselves. Are you really so foolish? If you mean to appear on stage, then you'd best be aware that there are no worst-case scenarios in the world of professionals. You consider every possibility, and eliminate every one apart from what will work. And you pursue those at any cost.
Alright.
Ochi, what are you saying? This isn't showbiz we're talking about!
Dude, you better not be thinking about giving yourself up to get us out of here. The hell with that! You got another thing coming if you think we'd go for that!
Always yell at things, Kanji. Never change.
He's right.
Also, hello and welcome. If you're just joining us, we've literally just
If you did that,
got to Miss Ochimizu threatening people or something. I wasn't really paying attention.
shadows here are the viewers of the LMB website who were pulled into this world.
What? For real? That's the first I've heard about that.
No, it's true. We'll explain more later. Right now, we need to stop Miss Ochimizu.
Okay.
Even knowing this, are you willing to let those people succumb to this mess by your actions?
Huh. How naive. I've already been informed.
What?
I'm used to disappointing the audience. It's impossible to satisfy them all anyway. Nothing is gained without suffering. You said as much. The first rule of business is to maximize gains while minimizing costs.
Huh. A sudden raw frustration within me at Miss Ochimizu's words. All month we've been practicing as hard as we can, but we're still only amateurs. So Miss Ochimizu's professional standards were clear when she stated she won't allow any mediocrity from us. So now she's the one talking about making compromises. Maybe that's the way I feel. Maybe that's why I feel this outrage. We're facing heavy odds, but the best performance come from overcoming these odds. Ever since we came to this world, we've been doing our best to show her that. And now Mr. Ochimizu will give her perfectionism. With all her perfectionism is giving up.
Miss Ochimizu. You're trying to take this whole thing on alone. We're not okay with you sacrificing yourself.
Yeah.
What you're saying means nothing to me.
Oh, well, fuck you.
I'm telling you that this is how it should be, so drop it.
Nope.
I have nothing more to discuss with you all.
We're not dropping it. It's not happening.
If you understand, then hurry up and get out of here. I'm sure Inoue can manage the rest.
Nope. Screw Inoue-san.
Miss Ochimizu!
Ochimizu, you little...
Now then, I will promise with Miss Ochimizu to keep
Oh, God.
to you all to your world.
Damn it! What do we do, partner?
We dance. Yosuke yells, looking at me for support, but his face held none of the uncertainty in his words. We already know our answer.
Our answer is obvious. We'll never accept our freedom at the sacrifice of others.
Is that so? That's too bad. This was your chance to go back, too.
Yeah, well, we're not going back.
Well then, do as you wish.
We will.
The hell? It's taking this better than I thought.
Right?
But don't forget, this place is meant to connect with everyone. Come now, I'll let you all join us.
Oh, there's that song. An eerie song grows louder and the shadows sway their limbs in bizarre motions. I had a feeling it wouldn't be so easy.
Stupid Kanji! It's not being reasonable at all!
What? How is that my fault?
That's a very good point.
This would have happened either way. Still, we absolutely won't run from this.
I must agree wholeheartedly. She didn't understand at all what we meant to convey, and we certainly won't yield to her twisted logic.
Alright, hey guys, leave this place to me.
Chie dance. Let's do this.
Don't worry about me. I got this. You guys need to move on.
Chie suddenly steps forward, all puffed up, and she makes her declaration. Chie, I'm not sure a line like that works here.
What are you talking about? Even if we weren't worried about you, we can't go anywhere until we take these guys out.
Oh yeah, whatever. Don't worry about such trifles, little boy.
Little boy?
Rise-chan, bring up my song before anyone can stop me. Huh? Oh, okay. We can't let this little thing beat us after all.
Right.
I mean, I know Mizochimizu might not want our help at all. But we can't give up just because of that.
That's fair.
We've got to chase after Mizochimizu and make her understand.
Chie.
Here goes, Shadows. I'm gonna rock your faces with my Kung Fu dance!
Kung Fu dance time.
Play the music.
Get ready to dance.
So ready.
Don't think. Dance. Ready, Chie.
God damn it.
Go for it. Going great. Bam! All right, I'm on a roll.
Right. It's going well so well.
I think that was good.
Going great. Bam! All right, I'm on a roll. All right, success. All right.
I love this song.
All right, perfect.
Here goes. Watch to your heart's content. Going great. Yeah. Fantastic. Good, Chie. Thanks, Yukiko. You definitely fascinated me.
The stage truly shines when two such ladies are performing on it.
And there you have it. The dance of our friendship.
Great!
It's a wrong road.
All right, I'm on a roll.
Take a wrong
That's
turn.
it!
Wrong turn. And there be on your
Bam!
back. Calling you out.
All right, success.
But I guess on the road. We keep each other strong.
Going great.
Toe to toe.
All right, success. All right, I'm on a
Trying to focus on this is...
I'll now begin my performance. Great success!
You've improved.
Fantastic!
Oh god.
Just the way you practiced. Thanks, Yukiko. You definitely fascinated me.
The stage truly shines when two such ladies are performing on it.
I'm unbeatable with Yukiko next to me. Going great.
That's it!
Alright, I'm on a roll.
Oof. Did it. Kind of.
Tomoe!
Trumpet. Bring on the trumpets. There we go.
Brilliant!
You see that? My meat power is unstoppable! Well done! That dance was you through and through, Chie.
Yeah, okay. Next. Still excitedly cheering, the shadows freed by Chie's dance began dissolving into motes of light and disappear into the air. Chie, you did it.
I'd say I definitely got through to him.
That was amazing!
Well, you know.
Being athletic is important after all. You might make a good dancer, Chie-senpai.
Sure.
Hey, you see that? We'll never do what you want us to.
Hell yeah! We're gonna say that Ochimizu chick too, you hear?
Very well. I'll let you have this one. But I wonder if things will go quite the way you want.
Oh, they'll go exactly how we want. It'll happen the exact same way it did with rescuing the girls. It'll be this dance, one more dance, and then a dance with dance once you've transformed her into something. That's how this goes.
I think it's gone again. But Ms. Ochimizu must be pretty far away by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that Ochimizu chick? Can't believe she pulled a double cross like that.
And after we worked so hard to get this far, not gonna lie, I'm shocked that nothing we've done has gotten through to her.
Yeah, that's a bit sucky. As the adrenaline wears off and the reality of our situation sets in, Miss Ochimizu's words come back to haunt us. I can sympathise, but we don't have the luxury of getting caught up in our anxiety. Let's keep trying.
We'll keep trying, no matter how many times it takes.
Yeah.
All of us butted heads plenty of times before we came to understand each other. Don't you think we owe the same to Ms. Ochimizu too?
That's fair.
Some bunch we are. That's the thing we were trying to express. We managed to forget it ourselves.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're dealing with shadows or Ms. Ochimizu.
Right.
What we need to do doesn't change.
We still need to kick ass.
I'm gonna do my best too. We're gonna get Ochi to understand no matter what.
Stop calling her Ochi. We look to each other and nod, smiling. Yeah, this is how we've always done things. Now and for everything to come, we'll move forward together alongside our friends.
Anyway, we should compare notes. Looks like we've learned some new things.
Oh, right. You said that those shadows are the victims, right, Naoto-kun?
Correct.
Right. But first we should tell you what we found out. After that, we can hear what you've learned.
Very well. The floor is yours, Senpai.
What's wrong, Rise?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that you really are still our leader, Senpai.
Shut up.
Come on, let's get on with the powwow.
Naoto's group presents us with quite a surprising revelation. According to them, shadows here may have been forcefully drawn out from the victims that watched the video at midnight. If that's true, then this might explain the victims in the room that Naruto spoke to falling into comas. For our part, we told them about how those dressing room notes were from the diary of a deceased idol named Yuko Osada. We also shared our theory that the culprit is someone in Takara Productions, given what they know about Yuko-san and Kaname Kitchen. It was a bit of a surprise that they had found out new evidence all on their own, but we are proud of how much they've grown.
I get it. When people watch the video on the site, their shadows get pulled into this world.
It's still just speculation, but considering the evidence at hand, I see no reason to doubt it.
I'm mostly surprised that voice isn't a ghost.
Shut up, Teddy.
We don't really know much about it.
You know, this is kind of a shock for me. I knew about Yuko Osada too, but I never would have imagined those notes were hers.
Right.
Does this mean the culprit is someone involved with the agency, knew about the Kaname Kitchen girls, and knows a lot about Yuko-san?
Seems that way.
Is there anyone who fits that description at our agency?
Yeah. Miss Ochimizu.
What about Miss Ochimizu? Any possibility that she might have known Yuko-san?
Miss Ochimizu? Oh! There is something I heard from Inoue-san once. Before Miss Ochimizu went freelance, she used to be with Takara Productions.
So that's definitely a possibility that she's somewhat involved.
So it would make sense for Miss Ochimizu to know about Yuko-san.
That does make sense, yes. Exclamation mark, question mark. Rise's words just leave us all shaken after all. Just a moment ago, Mr. Ochimizu...
What are we saying here? I mean, it was just a few minutes ago that she...
Mm-hmm. She was trying to sacrifice herself to get us home.
That's it then. Our first job is to catch up to Miss Ochimizu and rescue her.
That's fair.
Even if she's not the culprit, if she knew Yuko-san, she should be able to tell us something.
I can't tell how far we've been running As we continue in pursuit of Miss Ochimizu, we still catch sight of a silhouette up ahead. From here it looks like there's one person in the centre of a mob of shadows. That has to be her. That has to be her. Even.
Miss Ochimizu!
You kids, what are you doing here?
Yeah, we decided to come save your ass.
Sorry, but we all decided that we weren't gonna leave here by ourselves.
Which is fair, given the situation.
Casualties would be minimal, but we don't intend to save ourselves by using others as stepping stones.
Besides, there's something we need to ask you. It's about Yuko Osada.
What foolish children. You and Yuko alike.
Oh, shut up.
So you do know something. The hell are you hiding?
Mr. Ochimizu doesn't answer kanji and simply tilts her head, glaring skyward. That voice must be here. I instinctively settle into stance, prepared to confront an unseen master at the midnight stage.
There. Our deal was clear. Return them to the real world at once.
Oh, sorry, but I can't do that. Didn't I tell you before? The only ones who can enter this world are those who wish to do so.
Only those who wish to.
Ugh. It's pointless to follow me. Head back now while you still can.
You head back now. Seemingly giving up on negotiating with the voice, Mr. Ochimizu speaks sharply and turns without waiting for our response. No, how can we get her to listen to us?
Archie!
That's not how.
Miss Ochimizu!
Dance time. As we start after her, the shadows that had been surrounding Mr. Ochimizu block her path. I see. They weren't trying to keep her there after all. They were following her around as bodyguards.
Sheesh! These guys again? Oh, I
Seems that way.
You still don't get it. No matter how much you struggle, it's all useless. There's no need for these struggles now. All you have to do is accept my bond or leave this place.
Seems fair.
Doesn't that sound nice? Whichever one you choose, you won't have to suffer anymore.
Don't be ridiculous! There's no way we choose either of those!
Huh.
That's right! We won't leave anyone behind!
Oh, poor children. Very well then, I'll make the choice for you.
Yeah.
Come now, won't you connect with us?
Yay, most annoying song. I glanced to my friends as the shadow began their dancing. Yosuke, Yukiko and Chie, each one of them looks unflinchingly towards, staring down the shadows before us. Good, there's nothing to worry about, they won't hesitate anymore.
So you're determined not to let us through, huh? Fine. We're determined not to back down, so there!
But these shadows are the hearts of the LMB audience, aren't they? Thinking about it that way makes this harder to do.
No. That's exactly why we need to express ourselves to them.
Right.
If these shadows are trapped by the bond that voice talked about, then they need to see for themselves that this bond isn't right.
Sensei's right. This is perfect as practice for that Love Meets Bonds festival. Leave this to Teddy, Prince of the Dance. It's time for some sad Teddy Night Fever.
Oh. Screenshot, but oh god, that one was bad. Saturday Night Fever.
Well said, Teddy. This is your time to shine.
All right, Teddy, go get him!
Get him, you stupid bear.
Passionate cheers from the ladies. I'm feeling the heat now.
Right.
And that being said, bring on the cup step.
Does he mean dubstep?
Showtime.
Let's focus and get going.
You can do it, Teddy. Dance till you drop.
Woohoo! Ha-ha! Yahoo! Hey-ya! There we go!
Oof.
Woohoo! Maximum energy!
I'm butting in.
Yahoo!
Dead on!
Is he getting carried away? Good. Keep at it.
Well, you kept up with my skills? Not bad, Yosuke.
Not bad, you two. Looking good out there.
Wow! You really got the moves, Yosuke! There we go! You and me, we're gonna dance all night! There! Okay! Yeah!
Get up, it's coming to you.
Perfecto! There! Woohoo!
That's it! That's the rhythm!
Okay! This spear is fully charged! Ha!
Oh.
There! You even stuck the landing!
You nailed it!
I'm butting in.
Yeah, I've got this.
Nice! You nailed it!
Yes! Woohoo!
Is he getting carried away? Good. Keep at it.
Well, well, you kept up with my skills? Not bad, Yosuke.
Not bad, you two. Looking good out there.
Wow! You really got the moves, Yosuke! Yahoo! Woohoo! There we go!
Oof.
Woohoo!
I think I've got this. I think. Yeah, I've got this. Oh, he said bear Sona. I know why. Why does he ruin everything? I can't take his puns. I just can't. There we go, that's the shadows beaten.
I got to show off all my adorable charms.
Not bad at all. That was a great dance, Teddy.
Nailed it. Teddy hits all of his one-of-a-kind dance moves, and as the shadows cheer him on, a gentle light slowly courses over them. That really was impressive. Teddy's dance had a lot of improvisation in it, but as far as self-expression, it was perfect. No wonder he's popular mascot at Juness. He really is a born entertainer.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'm really glad you all understood.
I'm just imagining one of these coma victims waking up and going, very much? Saturday Night Fever?
Shut up! You're like a broken record with that. We're not pitiful.
It's you we pity for believing this is anything like a true bond.
Yeah.
Me? But I'm perfectly happy. Everyone yearns for me after all. That's what happiness is. You just don't know the joys of truly abandoning yourself.
Hey! Get back here, damn it!
Oh no, it's gone again!
You think they'd be used to this now? Just as they say, the voice's presence has faded. Once more, we are on our own. Honestly, it's a little exasperating. We've come this far, but still it won't show itself or actually have a conversation.
We did at least learn one important thing from what the voice said.
We did?
How people get here.
You mean about how people enter this world? That voice said that the only ones who can come here are those who want to.
That's what confuses me.
Indeed. And I deduce something crucial from that fact.
Go on.
Like?
I've actually been wondering about this the whole time. When we first came to this world, that voice half forced us out.
Right.
Yet when we returned to save the girls of Kahneman Kitchen, the voice never attempted to drive us away. This is despite how inconvenient it would be for that voice's plans if we had rescued all 4 of the girls.
You know, it's true. If our being here could have messed up its plans, then you'd think all it would have had to do is force us out again.
Right.
Yes. From that perspective, I'd hesitate to believe that what the voice said was untrue. Actually, there's one mystery left regarding this point.
What's that?
There is?
The conditions.
You mean the conditions for falling into the midnight stage, right?
Precisely.
I am on fire with these guesses.
That's what the victims who found themselves here had in common. We just couldn't pinpoint it until now.
But isn't that just how the people who watched that video on the site got here?
Yes, that's the first condition.
And the second condition?
But some victims fell into a coma, and some didn't, even when they were watching the video side by side.
Yeah, that's
Until now, I couldn't determine what separated the two.
Squeaky chair.
Huh. I see your point. That is pretty weird. I mean, leaving aside Rise and the Kanamine kitchen girls who got brought here to perform.
Right.
It doesn't make sense that some fell in while others didn't, if they watched the video under the same conditions.
So what are the conditions?
Indeed, but everything makes sense now.
Then explain.
The victims were all people who wished to enter this world.
Okay.
Whoa! Are you serious? What are you saying now, Dokun?
I think that bit is a bit obvious, Chie.
There's no way anyone would want that for themselves.
The bond.
I see. You're talking about the bond that voice spoke.
Yes. I doubt that the desire needed to enter this world is to fall into the midnight stage. Rather, it's the people who harbor a desire for bonds without pain the voice spoke of, somewhere in their hearts.
Huh.
So the ones who wanted this fake-ass bond fall into this place.
That's exactly it, I guess.
Ah, that's why when we convey to the shadows about this not being a real bond, those ribbony things come whooshing off, and they sparkle away back to where they belong.
Exactly that.
I think I can understand how they feel. We were all like that once.
Yeah, but we didn't have ribbons on us.
If I hadn't met all of you, I wouldn't have been able to show anyone my true self.
Oh yeah, Princess Yukiko.
It's normal to want to be accepted while still being afraid of getting hurt.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like my inner self is so uncool that I wouldn't want anyone else to see it.
But your outer self is also pretty uncool.
Well, your outer self isn't cool either, though.
Burn.
Was that seriously necessary? Can't you see what I'm getting at?
Yep. I half listened to Yosuke and Chie's banter while I mentally sort through the information we have at hand. Who the culprit may be, the victims, the conditions for falling into this world. Good, that's quite a bit of information.
Alright, we should get going.
Okay.
We can't waste too much time. We have to express our feelings to Ms. Ochimizu and bring her back with us no matter what.
Good plan.
She knew about Yuko-san just like we thought. If she can tell us more, then we might be able to figure out who that voice really is.
That sounds fair. As we followed the lanterns that seemed to light a path forward, we eventually reached a bizarre-looking place. Are these cherry blossoms?
What is this place? It's like a feudal lord's house from some samurai movie.
Huh.
Should I be taking off my shoes?
Shut up, Teddy.
I seriously don't think that's where we are. And Teddy, you don't even wear shoes.
Sumomo-san's dollhouse, Tamami-san's circus, Nozomi-san's castle, and Tomoe-san's cityscape. Piecing together what we've discovered, it seems clear that the landscape here reflects the person everyone wishes them to be.
So Miss Ochimizu wants to be a samurai.
Which means...
Look! Over there! It's Miss Ochimizu!
Tell me one thing. Are you Yuko Asada?
Well, who knows? I'm sure you can guess the answer to that, Miss Ochimizu.
So is it Yuko?
I see.
Miss Ochimizu!
Damn it, lady!
I killed someone, you know.
Oh god.
That was out of the blue?
I was young then. I believed in things like doing your best and living honestly.
But now I prefer underhanded tricks.
Just the way you do now.
Right. ask about Yuko.
Is this about Yuko Osada?
That's right. I was her manager. Yuko Osada. I still clearly remember the anxiety on her face when we first met.
Wow. Her manager? You must have known her well then.
Yes, I remember Yuko well. She was uniquely talentless among the innumerable crowd of idols.
Wow.
How could you say that? It's the truth. She was immature as a performer. No better than an amateur. Just like you.
Oh, you're such an asshole.
How dare you!
I quietly stepped forth before Rise and stop her from barking back at Miss Ochimizu's words. It's okay, now's not the time to be reproaching her.
So, she and I worked hard. I remember how she'd always say, I want to convey to everyone how important it is to hang in there.
And then she hung herself.
I did everything I could to sell Yuko's name and grant her wish.
Right.
I thought that if her fans took even slight encouragement from her songs, it would be worth it in the end.
Right.
Miss Ochimizu.
She was a hit. We both cried with joy over her success. So many fans showed up at her meet and greets that Yuko was exhausted by the end, and her concerts always sold out.
Uh-huh.
Very quickly, Yuko rose to become a top idol. But around the time that song, Calistegia, was going to be released, both of us came to a realization. Without noticing it, we had arrived at a destination very different, and very far from what Yuko had wanted.
I see now. Those notes that we found in the dressing room. They were cries for help written by Yuko-san. Yuko-san came to that realization when she wrote the lyrics about Morning Glories, about Calistegia. She realized that what she most wanted to convey to her audience wasn't possible in her current position. That's why Yuko-san...
Yuko-san yearned for a bond.
That's why she was yearning for a bond.
Right.
And because the song she wrote was about bonds, she changed its lyrics herself.
Yuko realized that she had no bonds with anyone.
Oh.
The song that she wrote was no longer about the Yuko Osada that her fans imagined her as. She finally reached a point where she could convey her true feelings, but she lost the words to express them to her fans.
That's awful.
It happens, I guess.
But I realized something then too. Yuko's wish was never attainable from the beginning.
Why's that?
The most die-hard fans immediately turned on me. They labeled me a murderer for crushing Yuko's dream.
Right.
That's horrible.
No, it's fine. I am a murderer after all. I killed Yuko, so the label fits.
But you didn't kill Yuko. Didn't she hang herself? Something's not right. The dry sarcasm is gone from Mr. Ochimizu's voice, in place of tinges of madness. At the same time, the dark aura forming around her begins to swell and cling with a sense of dangerous volatility. Anger, sadness, hatred, suffering. Her mind must be churning with a storm of painful emotions.
What the hell? Isn't she acting kind of weird?
She is a little bit.
Miss Ochimizu is happy. How wonderful. Now the self that others wish her to be, and the self that she wishes for are in sync.
Are they though?
What?
She wants to be a murderer.
Her bond with everyone is amazing. Here, I'll let you hear it too.
Oh god, here we go. The voices.
Miss Ochimizu is scary as shit. She's like some kind of hard-ass veteran. You'd think she was born to be hated.
Oh wow.
Her whole way of talking just rubs you the wrong way. That she's good at her job and great looking too just makes it worse.
I heard
heard she's making stacks of cash preying on her idols. Then again, those are rumors that help Kanamine's group sell so much.
Huh.
Maybe that's just how you roll when you've got actual skills. It's fun to watch. From a distance, anyway.
I think they're so the voices are saying she loves to be hated.
Bastards. They don't know shit about anything, so they say whatever they want.
That's what I'm getting from this anyway.
Well, have fun.
Damn it! Mizochimizu!
Mizochimizu!
Shut up. Shut up! Shut up! Convey how you feel. That's impossible. No one wants that anyway.
Huh.
If we had just accepted that at the start, things wouldn't have turned out the way they did for Yuko.
Oh no. So what's she transforming into? Suddenly ribbons shoot out from all sides as if in reaction to Mr. Chimizu's cry and begin wrapping across her body. It's just like Tamami-san and the others. No, wait. It isn't. This is more like Mr. Chimizu is offering herself up.
Whoa! The hell is that?
Drill tits?
Singer's dreams and wishes don't matter at all. To hell with them. Everything will go fine as long as you tweak them to meet the audience's needs.
I'm not sure that's how this works.
Miss Ochimizu.
It's fine. It's fine.
It doesn't sound fine.
From the fools who won't even listen to the ones with nothing to say, I'll control every last one of them.
I think I see where she's gonna, what she's gonna transform into.
Dare lay a finger on me in this world. Look at me. This is my true self. The me that the fans fear. More than that, this is the me that the fans' shadows fear.
Oh god.
What tremendous power. This is beyond anything else we've faced here.
Yep, so who's doing this dance?
Damn it! Are they this strong because she's totally accepted the way they see her?
I think that might be the case. Dark aura explodes with force, blasting wind over us. We try to stand our ground, but we can barely keep our eyes open. At that moment, Mr. Chimizu's body disappears from the air before us. What appears instead is...
That's right. This is the me the fans want.
a puppet master?
It's the me I want to be too. Your words won't reach me. I have no time for whatever you naive brats have to say.
Oh, well, you're a bitch.
Real, you goddamn brats. Throw away your identity and everything will be that much easier to deal with.
Will it though? Will it really? Eerie song rings in our minds louder than before, and I can't help but grasp my head in pain, sinking into a crouch, not into the couch. Shadows that had somehow filled the audience sway their bodies in time to the song, seemingly trying to break our wills.
This is tough. It's giving me a bigger headache than anything else.
This is no joke.
Yeah, no kidding.
This isn't right. Miss Ochimizu has lost sight of the truth. Everyone, stand your ground. We can't lose here for her sake.
So who's dancing now?
We get you, Senpai. It's up to us now.
Right. Okay, so I guess it's Yu's turn?
We're gonna get it through to her that what she wanted wasn't wrong. That Yuko chick's wish ain't impossible.
Alright.
Right. Rise, get ready.
Okay.
I know this won't be easy, but I'll keep trying to express our feelings until she understands.
You do that. You.
We know you can do it, Senpai. Chimizu what you're made of!
Alright. Time for some dancing.
Bring on the music.
Yay, dancing. Time for me to focus. Or attempt to, anyway.
Let's go get it.
Miss Ochimizu, I want you to witness our feelings too.
Just do like you practiced. I'm cheering for you.
That went well.
I love this song.
Yeah.
Good old Persona Q.
Perfect. How's that? That went well. Yeah. All right. It's ready. That went well. All right. How's that? That went well.
Let's go! I won't lose! That's the spirit! Keep going! Miss Ochimizu, just hang in there!
Atta girl, coach. Join in again sometime.
You brought out the best in me.
You danced your heart out, Rise. It was incredible. Perfect. Yeah. All right. How's that?
Oof.
That went well.
I broke the combo, goddamn.
Yeah. All right. All right, I'm ready whenever.
Doing great! I can feel what's in your heart!
Atta girl, coach. Join in again sometime. Looking awesome! You really showed your skills as a top idol.
Perfect. There we go.
Persona!
Bass.
Brilliant! Good, that went excellently.
You're incredible no matter what you do. That's my senpai.
Thank you. That went well. I danced with all the strength I had, that's all I could do. Maybe I'm still young and an amateur, but I danced with everything I could to answer what you're feeling, Miss Ochimizu. Please let my feelings be conveyed to her. Staring at that monster, I make one last mental plea before it cries out in pain.
Yes! Did we get through to her?
No! No! I won't accept this! I'll never accept it!
Well, you're gonna have to.
How stubborn are you? Just accept it already!
Shut up! Why didn't it work for Yuko? If you can convey your feelings to others, then why couldn't she?
I wish I had an answer for you. But I don't.
impossible to make anyone understand. That's nothing but a goddamn fairy tale.
No, it's quite easy.
Me, the audience, the songs, the dances, they're all flimsy lies. None of them can mean anything.
They might mean something, surely. Mention Calesthesia.
That's not true. Then why did you go to the trouble of having Konami-san's group learn the song Yuko-san wrote? Isn't it because you wanted everyone to hear her song? Because you wanted them to understand the feelings Yuko-san never got to express? Even if it's just a little bit?
I wanted them to understand?
I think she's coming down. There we go. The monster finally bursts, and all that remains is Miss Uchimizu's head bowed low. Did we get through to her?
Miss Uchimizu!
Miss Uchimizu!
How shameful of me. You just had to stomp right into my heart and show off. I had you pegged as barely capable of participating in a school performance.
Yeah.
And yet, here you are. Cutting through to my heart.
Is she fucking crying?
Oh, then you understand what we were trying to say.
God damn.
Oh, you were just crying. Come on, why'd you have to freak us out like that?
Kanji, you don't talk like that to adults.
She's right, Kanji. You really gotta think before you open your big mouth.
Your
Glad you're alright,
feelings.
Miss Uchimizu.
Come on, you guys, relax. She's okay now, and that's all that matters.
Cold sweat.
Smile spread over everyone's faces and a warm atmosphere settles over us. I'm so glad all my efforts, no, all our efforts, weren't for nothing.
How many years did I waste? Groveling alone and taking out my pain on all those around me. I thought if people were going to hate me, I'd give them what they wanted. I was the worst, most despicable person I could be. I even went around claiming responsibility for the lyrics Yuko changed.
Miss Uchimizu.
I was wrong. I need to apologize to you, and to Yuko.
There's a lot we have to apologize for as well.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
You all expressed exactly how you felt. You proved to me that it's possible to convey your feelings to someone else.
Okay.
That alone is enough to release Yuko from her suffering. And me from mine.
Miss Uchimizu.
Daw.
Oh, gee.
Oh.
That's no good, Miss Uchimizu.
You're no good. What do you say to that?
Don't tell me you've been poisoned by these children, too. You, who denied your true self for years and became the cold woman everyone wanted you to be.
Right. Suddenly the voice echoes again and we instinctively stand ready to protect Miss Uchimizu, but it looks like it's no longer necessary. I glance towards Miss Uchimizu, but she pushes past and stands resolute, her former confidence now returned.
Poisoned? Yes, I suppose they have poisoned me.
What about your deal? If you discard every bit of the you that everyone wished you to be, you'll face the same suffering again.
Huh.
Enough! I revoke my deal with you. I'll make no more compromises.
Awesome.
The Kanamine Kitchen girls, these shadows you speak of, and even you. I will save every last one of you from this place.
Yeah.
Isn't it us who will do the actual saving part?
Never mind that. Be quiet or she'll hear.
What a disappointment. Do whatever you want, then.
This one's getting more and more annoyed. Also, I think the voices are changed, like, with each person we save, the voices change slightly.
No, we won't let it escape this time. I've already made up my mind about that.
Like it's missing one of the tones, if that makes sense. Although I couldn't say for definite without going back and listening and watching it all at once.
Yuko's song? What is she talking about?
Wait. Are you saying you hadn't noticed?
Tell us more.
I'm appalled. And you call yourselves professionals. You couldn't even figure that out despite hearing it so often.
Oh, the song that it's using is Calesthesia.
No one said we were pros.
That's a different door. Beam of light shines down in the centre of the stage behind us and the usual dressing room door appears. But is this the usual door? No, there's something out of place. I take a closer look at the door and realise there's something unusual about it.
Another door! Wow, these things can show up anywhere. Maybe I should start calling them anywhere. Nope.
It's not like the other doors we've seen. This one leads to an edit bay.
An edit bay?
Huh.
It's something like a booth used for recording and sound editing. This one looks like the door to the room at Takara Productions.
Right.
Hold on, let me check inside first.
Hello and welcome.
Okay, it seems safe.
Been doing some
shadows in there.
Persona 4 dancing, doing the story mode. It's going well.
Then let's take a look inside. Follow me, everyone.
There we go. And now we're back to Kanamine starting the chapter. Takara Productions dressing room. Noe-san called me here to discuss something pretty shocking. Oh, the news wasn't really bad at all for me personally. It's just that Dojima-san, who had been told the same details with Nanako-chan before I got there, was sighing with a look of exasperation on his face.
How did we get here?
I'm sorry, but the reactions Nanako-chan got from our audience based on the TV spot we recorded were tremendous. The agency begged me to at least make an offer, and that's why I'm asking you now.
Huh.
Yeah, I get that. You've been sitting here politely explaining every detail. That's not a reason to allow her to be in this LMB thing.
I sincerely apologize. Do know that we greatly appreciate your cooperation.
That's right, Inoue-san wanted to suggest a dream scenario, a joint performance with Nanako-san at the LMB Fest. Of course, it won't be a joint performance with the important new... It won't be a joint performance with the important new song we are planning to announce. But the idea was for me and Nanako-san to appear together in a time slot where Kanamine Kitchen would have been formed. Then again, one of the biggest reasons we're even considering it is because Tamamine and the others are still missing. Still considering I'm the only one left, and I felt so relieved that I wouldn't be performing alone.
Yay! I get to be on stage with Nanako-san! I'm getting so hyped!
Oh god.
Yay! Me too!
They've given Nanako an outfit.
Nami-chan has seemed a bit glum. But with Nanako-chan around, she's finally brightened up again.
Well, Nanako seems to be having fun with all this too. If this is what she wants to do, I've got no reason to stop her.
Damn right you haven't.
But let's be clear on one thing.
In an instant, Dojima-san's voice turned sharp and stern, immediately sensing that he's going to bring up the appearance of Yu-san's group, Tamamine and the others. I turned to face Inoue-san and Dojima-san.
What might that be?
What's your next move here? I've heard from your agency that you've lost contact with a number of people. I myself haven't been able to contact you or his friends these past few days. Depending on how things go, I may need to step in on this.
Yukun and his friends are missing.
Yes.
If they hadn't been in touch for just a day or two, I could have brushed it off as kids being kids. But I've about reached my limit here.
Right.
I don't plan on throwing my weight around and making decisions for you. But my nephew and his friends could be at stake. I know this might not be what you want to hear, but I'll do what I have to.
Oh, Dojima is so good.
Inoue-san,
let's file a report.
Can we please also file a report with the police about the missing girls? I know this is right before the festival, and it might cause a stir. But we don't have the luxury of looking the other way anymore.
Absolutely correct.
So please, I'm begging you.
Konami-chan. Alright, I'll try swaying the agency on this. And if that doesn't work, I'll go to make the missing persons request myself, not you.
Fair enough. I'm okay with that.
Huh? No, you can't! If you do that...
I'm your manager, Konami-chan. It's my duty to protect you.
Right.
That's why I want you to focus on your work and not get distracted by other things.
And go out on stage with the 10-year-old.
Granted, you may think it's a little late for me to be saying this now.
Inoue-san.
I'll contact a few people I know and try my best to keep this close.
Okay.
They might ask you a few pointed questions, but there's nothing I can do about that. At least be prepared for it.
Of course. I'm very grateful for your assistance. Thank you.
Seems fair. That's when Nanaka-san looks up at us, worried. She had been watching the conversation up till now. Dojima-san already seems to already know what she's about to say. His face visibly shifts from detective mode to dad mode as he scratches his head.
Are you okay? Are you and Dad fighting?
Oh God.
No, we're not fighting at all. Your dad has helped us out a lot.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really? Your dad is a super cool guy, Nanako-san.
Well, somewhat.
Yeah, I love Dad too.
Aw. Yeah, everyone is so great. Dojima-san, Nanaka-san, Yu-san and his friends, even Inoue-san too. And honestly, envious of them. The people around Rise-senpai and Yu-san are also wonderful. I wish I could be that way too.
Well, I'm gonna go contact the agency about this.
That's fair.
Konami-chan, feel free to start your lesson whenever you're ready.
Oh, right! Thank you so much, Dojima-san. Now we can finally get the search for those girls started for real.
That Inoue is not a bad man. If you explain to him how you feel, I'm sure he'll take the proper steps.
Right.
Yeah, we really got through to him. I've never said things like that to anyone before. I can't believe what I said.
And what was it you said?
Opening up to others can be hard.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sometimes sharing how you feel could end up hurting them.
Yeah.
But unless you do that, nothing will change. It's all the more important if it's someone you care about.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I'm sure this isn't over by a long shot, but hang in there.
I will.
I have something to say too.
What's that?
I really like you, big sis.
That's adorable.
What? Really?
Really.
cheer me up, Nanako-san?
Really? Then I'm happy too.
Good, everyone's happy.
All right, dial it back a little. Don't you two have a lesson to do?
Oh yeah.
You're right.
I'm sorry, was that a crow?
Come on, Nanako-san. We really don't want to keep Coach waiting too long.
Yeah, Coach is scary when he gets angry. Just the other day I accidentally slept in and ended up late for my ballet lesson. It was a releve pass something. Basically, you go on tiptoe and bring the other toe pivoting legs knee. Coach made me hold that pose while he lectured me on and on. I can't let Nanako-san go through that hell.
One more thing.
What is it?
I looked into Ochimizu. Long story short, she's clean.
Huh?
It may be small, but criminals always have a tell when it comes to what they're gonna do.
Right.
I've checked everything about her I can. Her alibi, her post-Takara Productions history, her relationships. I found nothing.
Okay.
She's simply a very passionate woman. She seems to be doing everything she can for your group, contrary to her public persona.
Right.
Of course, there's no use in talking about evidence when I can't even figure out what exactly is going on here. But from what I've seen, there's absolutely no suggestion of Ochimizu being involved in any of this.
Well, that's good news.
Thank goodness. So Miss Ochimizu isn't the culprit behind it.
Like I said, I wouldn't go so far as to call this an actual case yet. But at the very least, I'm sure Ochimizu has no part in it.
Well, that's good news.
Huh. But then,
What next?
if it's not Miss Ochimizu, then who do we look at next?
Well, about that, I did find something odd.
Go on.
While I was checking up on Ochimizu, I took another crack at finding more details on Yuko Osada. It seems there's one more witness in that case who hasn't come forward yet.
Huh.
A witness?
I don't have any definitive evidence on this, since all I did was dig through newspapers from the time. But the testimony from the Takara Productions' first witness, the one who found the body, doesn't match up with certain other details. It's just a hunch, but I get the feeling that there's more to that case than we know.
How much more? Yeah, we figured out that Mr. Ochimizu isn't the culprit, but the case is still nowhere near solved. Honestly, whether or not there's a culprit behind this, actually it'd be best if there wasn't anyone behind it. I just want everyone to come back safe and sound.
Okay. What should I do?
Just do your job. I can't have you along helping me on this.
Right.
Since I've stuck my foot in it already, this is my case. My nephew's on the line too, don't forget.
Oh, you sure?
Come on, don't make that face. All I've done so far is look up things from old newspapers and whatnot. I don't even know if this supposed second witness really exists or not. Man, I didn't think not having my resources as a detective would be such a pain.
Sorry.
Well, I can't guarantee that I'll find anything more by digging further.
Well, you can try.
But I'm currently having that contact of mine check the records from back then. I'll let you know if it turns up anything.
Okay, then I'll keep Nanako-san company.
Nice.
If you do find out anything, please be sure to tell me.
I really appreciate this. I'll leave her with you, Mashita.
Takara Productions lesson studio. Maybe it's because Nanako-san is with me, but when we reach the studio, Coach is in pretty good mood. For a while, we just talk about random stuff. Well, Nanako-san's skills are impressive. If she can liven Coach up this much, I should really learn from her example. I'm good at words. As I mentally sigh, the studio door opens with a quiet sound and Inoue-san walks in.
Huh. The lesson hasn't started yet? Oh, Coach. I'm very sorry for the trouble you had with your payment the other day.
Oh, that was nothing. I was being a baby about it. I don't mind waiting on the check a little longer.
Right, okay.
After all, you proved your fidelity to me.
Coach, you're standing a little close.
Coach glides over to Noe-san, and Noe-san responds with a wry smile. What's going on? Was some kind of deal made between the two adults? Was some kind of deal between two adults made without me knowing?
All right, girls. Tomorrow is the big day at last. I have nothing more to teach you two. All you have to do now is pour your passion out on that stage. Tonight will be your final lesson. Treat it like the real deal.
Oh, God.
Aye, aye, sir. I think I'm getting nervous.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh, no, that's no good, Nanako. Remember what I said? If you're nervous, the audience will pick up on it.
Ah, yeah, right.
But don't go thinking you can be completely laid back either.
Okay, so what do I do instead?
If you ditch all your anxiety, then your lazy heart will lead to a lazy body. Hell, just look how loose I've gotten. Oh, damn shame.
This guy's great.
That's funny.
But it might be true. Not the part about being loose, I mean. But it's okay to be a little nervous. It helps you feel like you're completely ready for anything as you get on stage.
Huh.
Even you, Big Sis?
Especially me. Even now, just getting up on stage makes me freeze up like a statue.
That's not good.
Konami-chan, that would present a problem.
Oh, but I guess I'm better about it nowadays. I've gotten to the point where I can actually stay standing when I'm up there. Now, when I first auditioned for Takara Productions...
Big Sis? What's wrong?
My audition? Wait, did I do an audition?
Ooh, head pain. Sharp pain runs through my head and I hunch over, wincing. Ow, that one was dangerous. My vision went completely white for a moment.
Honey, are you alright?
Oh, yo. This happens sometimes.
Jeez, don't worry us like that. Tomorrow's the big day, so you need to take good care of your health.
Yep. Let's do our best, Nanako-san.
Okay.
Well then, shall we begin? This dance lesson is on.
Oh, good. More dancing.
Okay.
Let's do this. I'm so ready.
I'm gonna do my best.
So cute! You're the best, Nanako-san!
Here! Wasn't that great?
Tell me why you did it. Everything falling apart. Tell me why you did it after the promise.
Here!
Still again, oh baby, I need you. Looking so deep inside.
Wasn't that great?
You tell me cool.
Here!
It keeps on pounding.
Ta-da!
You tell me.
Look!
Oof. Oh, there we go.
Brilliant! Yay! I tried my best and I did a good job. How is a little girl so good? Nineveh folks are pretty scary.
Yeah, no, I'll take a brilliant. That went well.
Yeah, that'll do it. A pause right there.
Alright. To be honest, I don't feel too well, but it wasn't bad enough that I couldn't dance through my routine. I just have to get through the console like this. No, I will get through this.
I did the whole dance.
You did.
That was amazing, Nanako-san! I'd say you're already better than me!
That was great! I knew I saw potential in you. You are totally on fire right now. I'm starting to look forward to the show.
This guy's great.
But I still can't help but be nervous. I hope people come to see us.
That would be nice.
I expect quite a crowd. How are the numbers looking, Minoru?
It's a sold-out show, fortunately. Almost every seat in the stadium's main stage should be packed.
Oh, damn.
The size of the audience will dwarf any of Kanamin Kitchen's previous performances.
A full stadium? Oh man, oh man!
Just imagine that. All those people waiting to see you two. You'll really show the crowd what a bond looks like. You'll become one with the audience, and your performance will be legendary in the idol world.
Oh, God.
We're going to be legends? Wow!
That would be something to see. It's very difficult to put on such a show that you truly become one with the audience.
Right.
To convey how you feel through song and dance and having people understand you. That's no mean feat.
But we're gonna do it.
It isn't easy.
Huh? What? Inoue-san's words had an odd weight to them, grasping viciously at my heart. It isn't easy to become one with the audience. I know that, I mean...
Minoru, honey, will you stop throwing a wet blanket over us when we're trying to get hyped up here? I'm sure these girls can do it. I taught them everything they know, after all.
Oh, sorry about that. But since Nanako-chan is performing too, I thought raising the bar too high might make her nervous.
This is why you suits always get in our way. You don't have any vision.
That's right. It's not easy. Even Yuko-san.
Huh?
Huh? What did I just...
What did you just... Oh, her head's hurting. The moment I snap out of it, an intense headache hits me, and this one's severe, worse than anything until now. I wonder what it is. I think there's something really wrong with...
Big sis?
Konami, are you alright?
Konami-chan!
Come on, snap out of it!
Are you okay, big sis?
Don't shake her. Lay her on her back.
Oh, damn.
Because it wouldn't reach anyone. Or they wouldn't understand if it did. No matter how much she wanted to express herself. That's why Yuko-san...
And that's where we're going to leave this tonight. We're going to leave it here. Because that's quite a good place to stop it for now. And we've been streaming for 2 hours. So thank you all for coming and watching me fumble through reading and playing a rhythm game, which I keep forgetting sometimes there are buttons in the top right corner. But yeah, we will see you again. I don't know when I'll be streaming this again next time, but we'll see you when I do stream, and hopefully I'll be a bit better at reading. Alright, bye!